Hey guys, so this morning I posted a question on my personal Facebook page asking you guys what your favorite green vegetable was and slash or what the most common green vegetable was that you and your family consumed. Because I know sometimes we have our favorite, but if someone else in the household doesn't like the same one as us, or if we're cooking for kids and they can be picky, we end up just going to something that we know we could cook in bulk for our family. But thank you guys, first of all, so much for being so responsive. I got an incredible amount of comments on that post, so I appreciate your feedback because there was a purpose to that. I wasn't just curious what you like to munch on, even though that's very interesting. That wasn't the purpose of this. So the green vegetables that were listed were anything from asparagus to broccoli, green peppers, spinach, jalapenos, green beans, zucchini, cucumber, Brussels sprouts, or Brian Herthler said he wants bacon braised Brussels sprouts. Well, I would try to limit the wrapping in bacon all that time, or bacon braised all the time, but that's okay every once in a while. Romaine lettuce, snap peas, kale, any type of collard greens. So I got to see the wide variety, first of all. Second of all, I got to see that most people did list more than one vegetable. And so it's good that you aren't a completely picky eater and that you have a variety there to choose from. Because what I'm going to tell you about may surprise you and make you decide to make a different choice when it comes to what green vegetables you feed to yourself and your family. So, as I suspected, the most commonly consumed and fed to families is broccoli. I grew up on broccoli. That was just the easiest. I think it's one of the most commonly enjoyed vegetables and easiest to get a lot of people to eat. It's easy to cook in bulk. There were actually 30 votes for broccoli, so that was the top one. And asparagus was right behind it, which I'm really surprised. So, but that's good, and I'll tell you why you would rather pick asparagus versus broccoli. But my big thing was to really educate you guys on broccoli and the pros and cons of it. So, of course, yes, it's a green vegetable. We get some very vital nutrients from that, from just about any green vegetable, but the amount of gastrointestinal distress or stress of your GI tract, your stomach, it happens a lot more often with broccoli, cabbage, kale, those cruciferous vegetables more than most other vegetables. So what happens is these cruciferous vegetables, they actually have this type of carbohydrate or this sugar in them that can't be digested until it gets to the bacteria in your gut. Then it's fermented and it gives off a bunch of gas in your gut, which is why a lot of people find themselves a little more bloated or gassy or uncomfortable when they have broccoli in them. So if you're choosing between two of the vegetables that you listed, and broccoli is one of them, chances are you may want to start at least rotating a different green vegetable in there. Try to, if you're between broccoli and asparagus, try to consume the asparagus. Asparagus has so many amazing detoxifying properties, and when I have clients come to me and say that they want to have some type of like diuretic, or they're trying to lose weight, or they feel like they're bloated, they're holding onto a lot of water, they feel like they're retaining a lot of water, asparagus is great because it's a natural diuretic. So it means it's naturally pulling water from your body. And that's also part of the reason that, you have that smelly pee, because of the detoxifying properties of asparagus. I know it is a little bit more expensive for some of the green vegetables, but I'm telling you that it's worth it, thinking about how uncomfortable you are from some of the other green vegetables that you get. Getting so many different benefits from asparagus, or even Brussels sprouts. They're another natural diuretic green vegetable, that it's worth it to switch from the broccoli, or at least rotate asparagus or Brussels sprouts in there instead of having the broccoli. So I'm not saying that you can't consume broccoli at all. I do it every once in a while, but what I am saying is we really undervalue the role that our gut plays in our health. 70% of your immune system stems from your gut. And think about, even if you are a clean eater, you have a great diet, you really pay attention to your nutrition, and you are intaking a lot of broccoli. I used to do this about 3 years ago. That's where I was at. And I didn't realize the effects that it was having on my stomach. And I constantly felt bloated. I mean, I was working out 5 days a week for, 2 hours a day. And I was eating very clean. I drank a lot of water. I took every, health precaution I could, took the correct vitamins and supplements, and I still felt like internally, I felt like sometimes I was like 5 or 6 months pregnant. That's how bloated that I felt. And a lot of it comes from broccoli. You think you're having this really healthy food source, but it's contributing to something else that puts so much stress on your body. Digesting is already a huge stress, like the biggest stressor on your body internally for that process. You go and consume foods that make it even more difficult to digest, that release gas, and that are then causing further inflammation and irritation to your gut. I mean, you're knowingly setting yourself up to be more tired, feel blah, and it's not worth the nutrients that you could be getting just as well from something else that you enjoy. My overall goal is to be able to educate you guys on the little things that, Western medicine doesn't really tend to share with you or emphasize. And a lot of times until you go and read the articles yourself, you don't really know, and you're a busy person, so you don't have time to do that. But hey, I'm a nutritional nerd, so that's what I love to do. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to post in the comments below, share this with somebody that loves broccoli, and I look forward to talking to you next time.